Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with your Shadow Weekend report. Since the new energies are looking for us to pay attention to what's happening in our shadows, and we have a lot of things that's going on, I wanted to go in a different direction and just see what is going on with the shadows of the divine feminine energies and the divine masculine energies. All right, so let's just look very quickly. Clear. What's going on for the divine feminine this weekend? What's the shadow that's going to be of focus? Masquerade. Okay. All right. And for the divine masculine, colorless angel. Okay. So right now, what's going on with the energies for the divine feminines? What I'm figuring is that with dealing with these shadows is probably a masquerade of really not two things. I get a fork in the road. Either you're doing too much concentrating on these shadows, or you're the opposite. You're not concentrating enough, and then you're pretty much in the state of denial to say they don't exist. But all this activity is actually going on. So you got to watch that, because either one of them are really draining your true energy as far as being divine. So rather you expressing it and you really your wheels is going around talk about these things that you've got to fix, and they're draining your energies and your resources, or again you're again in a state of denial and not also dealing with the shadows, and it's also draining you that way. I'm kind of leaning towards the first one. As far as that for the divine masculine, for you, what we have here is that you feel like a colorless angel. You feel divine, but right now the divine feminine, divine masculine energies is like, okay, and what? I'm divine, and what? I'm not really. You want this freedom, but it feels like, again, like you're kind of stuck there. Okay, so that's something that you're dealing with right now. With that. Yeah, you're masquerading like it's like a divine feminine, it's like there's nothing going on. For the divine feminine, some of you all might be doing that, and you're doing it because at this point it's like, okay, it's not something or anything I can do. That's what I'm picking up for some of you all. We got the one, in relying on your intuition and your awareness. 5 is change. Together is love. So maybe what you are doing, I'm going to go on the flip side too. This is several layers to it. Some of you all are saying, I'm not about the masquerade and denial. I'm going to get down to the business because I'm tired of all this overactive crown too. So you're really taking the bulls by the cojones and really saying how you're going to take control of this whole situation. So that's another way of looking at it. When I ask about what's actually going on right now, your emotions, you're excited about something. You feel really this weekend you're going to feel some tenderness about it. You're going to like really show the softer side to yourself, because you're really going to be really relying on friends. Yeah, I'm getting to say, can I get a little help from my friends? Do. Try a little help from my friends. I can hear ooh, ooh, ooh. So you're going to be trying to get your little help from your friends. Now, you got this here in this actions, arguments. Now, again, while you're trying to do that, to me, when I'm picking up when you say about arguments, to me, there's going to be a clash of some ideas about what should be going on as far as in this masquerading thing. That's why I say you got a lot of dualities and a lot of layers to this. But it's not a conflict. So kind of watch that against some shadows, because again, this weekend, some arguments might have already begun, or you have some disagreements. So again, kind of watch that, because again, you could be masquerading. That could cause you to have some excitement. Excitement can also go, it's a shadow to excitement too. Kind of like I'm on edge. So let's say you're the person that's masquerading and you got so much going on with you that you're acting like everything is fine, but really if somebody would touch you, you would go off like the alarm. So really we're saying tenderness would be to be is almost like you're tender-headed. So in some ways it's like, okay, it's so tender to the touch. And so, really, again, if you're in that kind of vein there, where you in the state of now, some kind of way you might attract some friends, figuring that maybe they can help you out. But to be, it seems like you're such in a state of being irritated that this could cause for arguments to happen. Okay, so that's the shadow side for it. Another way of looking at it, when we talk about the shadows, maybe some of you all are saying, okay, I'm going to do something about these shadows. I've been masquerading. I know something's wrong. I'm going to actually conquer this thing. So it's a group of you all that's kind of really excited about this, but a little anxious, but you're excited about this opportunity. It's a little tender because some of you all, it's a little kind of sore spot, talking about whatever this denial is. You're going to look to your friends to help you. And then also you got to kind of watch it, because some of them might be calling you on your stuff and you might not want to hear it. That's another aspect of it that I'm picking up. Also, we got colorless angel. When we're talking about this, right now, the divine masculine's energies, he wants to be at peace. Again, some observations. He has observed some things that caused him to say, okay, I'm not really liking it. It looks like I'm not using my power for anything. I'm just sitting here, but I know emotionally, but I know that I want my freedom. So this is going to bring up some anger, because again, if him wanting his peace, observing some things, and then he's going to get angry at the situation, angry at himself, angry at if he's in a third party situation, anger at the karmic situation, anger maybe even at you, divine feminine, for walking off or whatever. So it's going to be some anger there as well. So we got to kind of, with that, we seeing some of the shadows for that one. So again, peace. That what would be the positive thing? A positive thing for the divine masculine aspect of it. He sees the shadow, sees that he wants peace. He observes some things, and in that anger, it causes him to actually take action to create the change. So that's another way of looking at that as well. So since we're talking about creating the change, what are some things as far as in the shadow weekend report? I showed you the good and the bad, because like I talked to one of my clients, I told her, sometimes the shadows do come along, because again, to help you to find the light, or the light to come in there and break it up. So that's why I'm giving you two options about what's the good and the bad, the light and the shadow, about the good having shadows as well, and how they're bringing in the light. So some changes is going to happen for you this weekend. Beautiful. Again, I love what Source does that. It's a changing of the mind. Interesting, you got this masquerade. I told you two scenarios that it could be for some of you all. As far as this masquerading with this overactive crown. Some of you all this overactive crown and then denial, and then it's overactive to say, okay, I see it and I want to change it. So this is going to cause you to have a change. You're going to be more grounded and rooted. You're going to also be able to stand in your power as well. Just a little tension, because there's some downloads that's kind of helping you cause this transformation. But the biggest thing out of it is you being able to stand in your power, because that's all over this here. And then also having your heart chakra in the background. Another thing for the divine masculine, what they said for you this weekend needs to change is to get some rest. You need to rest up, because again, there's some things that you got to kind of eliminate, and they're telling me that you got to kind of rest up, because it's going to take a lot of energies and motivation on your part, and physical and spiritual and mental, for you to be able to start getting ready to get this freedom that you're asking for. So we got here, you got to get grounded and rooted here, which is a little bit of orange here, which we know grounded and rooted again is in your, if it's your financial, also about your family, ancestral. That's been coming up a lot with divine feminines a lot, and divine masculines, the twin flame collective, where we've got to go through there and actually start changing some things as well. So that's one thing that we have to change there, and then get into your heart center. But they also say volunteer as well, and it's got elimination. So when I look at this again, sometimes you might have to find yourself, instead of somebody, you waiting for somebody else to do the action. What I'm picking up for the word volunteer is like you actually say, okay, I'll step up and say, this is not working. Okay, I'll step up and start making the changes. I'm not going to wait for the divine feminine. Say you might want to make a phone call to divine feminine. Instead of him say, I'm going to wait until she does. He step and say, okay, I'll volunteer and actually make this action happen. Pick up the phone and actually call. So this is where we are here. And it's got interest. It's got a little blue here, which to be is communication as well. And then also here for your sacral, as far as getting sacral is again how your intimacy, how you relate and connect to others, and how you're able to manifest to help him to get into his heart there. And then what else does and then what else what needs to surrender, what we need to surrender, clear. For the divine feminine and for the divine masculine. Okay, all right, for this weekend, for your shadow update for the divine feminine, they're saying that you need to surrender to receiving support and love. Surrender to receiving support and love. That's why I say your friends are going to help you. But watch it. Some of you all are so tender-headed and so sensitive that whatever they're saying as advice is going to help you. For some of you all, it's going to be taken the wrong way. So remember that your purpose for you to be able to do that is for you for that. So surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This could be this can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So remember that. For the divine master for this weekend, we have surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. And if that's so toxic people, you know them, those energy vampires can be able to drain you. So surrender the drama. That as well. That's probably why you're saying you want peace as well. So again, like I said, anger is kind of in the forecast there. So it said no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered would help resolve the issue more quickly. And then they say also surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So this is what it's saying. Again, you feel like color's angel, but in some ways, spirit is saying right now we're not giving you the ability to move because they're saying they're using that tactic for what's to come, the next thing. Okay. All right. That is your shadow update for this weekend. Since they say so, you see what kind of energies that you have to kind of deal with. So as well, make sure that you stop and get your divine twin. Your twin flame reading, twin flame union reading, where you have the sensitive to let you know when you're going to have union time frame reading as well. And then I also have your love letters from divine unisouls as well, where you get your love letters from your loved ones, past, it could have been passed on, present one, or the future. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, Namaste. Love you.